BodyBags, where horror lies.
Hey, I'm Sam, I'm your thirsty guy for BodyBags, and this week is that week I've been waiting for. And the movie I'm doing this week, Dog Soldiers. It's made in 2002, directed by Neil Marshall, same guy that ends up directing The Descent, The Reckoning, The Lair, and me going into watching this movie, I was thinking that this movie was going to be very, very similar to The Lair. And then after watching the movie, kinda, but like if The Lair went a different direction, I guess. So the premise of this movie, Dog Soldiers, is that you have this group of like 7 soldiers, and they're out in the woods doing an exercise, and they end up find out that there's werewolves out there, and they have to basically survive the night kind of thing. Very interesting movie. That's like the shortest way of explaining it. I think I did a good job with that one. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, this movie is actually really nice. It's on Tubi, so the ads didn't really feel like they were that bad or that long. But in total, it's gonna probably be 2 hours, even though the movie is like an hour and 30 minutes. I guess it's not the worst thing ever, right? But, yeah, this movie was actually really good. I'm not gonna spoil it. I don't like spoiling movies unless it's like super, super, super old and a movie that everyone should already know about. So if you want to, know more about this movie, just go watch it yourself. It's on Tubi. It's probably on a couple other free places or whatever. Or just buy it. But yeah, I mean, the action was pretty cool. There was a plot twist at the very end of the movie that was pretty interesting. Music seemed alright. It didn't seem like it was, the best thing ever, but for what it wasn't that bad. I mean, there's not that much I could say about it, without, spoiling it. I would say this is alright. I would say that Dog Soldiers is a better version of what I was hoping The Lair would have been. With The Lair going out and kind of like going all out explaining, what it is, what the monster is. The Lair, not The Lair, Dog Soldiers doesn't really do it because, well, they're werewolves. All you can really explain is why this character's out there, why this person's out there, in which you basically find out by the end of the movie why people are out there. But, yeah, this was a really nice movie. If I had to rate this movie right now, I would probably rate it, I'd probably rate it as a 7.3. Yeah. It's not that bad. It's not terrible. If there was any problems with this movie, maybe there were some dialogue that felt off. But in the same time, this is like one of those movies where like you can't really find anything wrong with this movie. Alright, there's one thing I'll spoil because I thought it was pretty funny. There's a character that basically survives like the entire movie. In like the middle of the movie where like the group gets attacked by werewolves basically for the first time, he gets like sliced open in his stomach, and so like guts and stuff kind of start falling out or are falling out, and the team brings him back kind of thing, and so they're like trying to stick the guts back in him, and then, you know, glue it back up and whatnot. I just thought that's like something I would see from like Bad Taste or something like that. I thought it was pretty funny, and it didn't feel forced or whatever. It was just happening. It was funny. At least to me, it was pretty funny. It was, you know, I wouldn't want that to happen to me. That would suck. But, you know, in general, it's funny. But, anyway, yeah. So I'm Sam. I'm your thirsty guy for BodyBags. I did Dog Soldiers, and I gave that movie a 7.3. Pretty solid film. The only real problems with this movie, if there were any real problems, is if you're just not really into action horror movies, right? It's kind of like an action horror movie that ends up turning into a siege film. But yeah, I mean, pretty solid film. Definitely check it out. It's on Tubi. So if you want to go and watch it on Tubi, go ahead. It would probably end up being about an hour and a half to 2 hours of your life. But, I mean, good movie, though, right? So, anyway, I'm Sam. I'm your thirsty guy for BodyBags. And I will 100% see you next week. Goodbye.